We are live now, and let's get the links sent out.
Yes. I want to know what people think of my hair, so please, people, tweet me. This is going to be going lighter every 3 weeks or every month.
Milo Jr. What?
Stopping Hillary Clinton means that we don't have oligarchs in America. Stopping Hillary Clinton means that we don't have a Wall Street that is going to be running the country for 2 decades. Stopping Hillary Clinton means that we don't have somebody who is going to successfully, not successfully, but mismanage every single conflict that they're engaged in. I'm an interventionist. I'm a war hawk. That's what people would call my particular foreign policy. But Hillary Clinton is that too, just unsuccessful. She's like Bush, but so much worse because she gets none of the blame, so it requires none of the reform. There's no criticism. So she just keeps plundering. The Arab Spring and the fall of Europe and the reset with Russia, which made them more aggressive, and the loss of rights and women and children around the world being beaten, taking away their education, being tortured, is a direct result of Hillary Clinton's State Department, a direct result of her carrying out her foreign policy, which Obama let her do. Hillary Clinton is the worst foreign policy blunder since Jimmy Carter. There is nothing worse in this country than Hillary Clinton and Jimmy Carter on the world stage. I want everyone to understand that she has more of her fingerprints on foreign policy because her State Department was leaking out information on Obama. So Obama didn't want to go into Libya. It wasn't until Hillary Clinton's allies got academia and CNN and the rest of the media networks on top of it till it forced Obama's hand. A lot of people don't realize this, but that woman's a disaster. And at least Bill Clinton was Bubba, who could be controlled by the generals and swayed by opinion, public opinion. Hillary Clinton is hell-bent on creating a doctrine that has never worked. And most people don't know this about her. But she has failed at literally every single thing she did during the Obama administration. And it's fascinating because her philosophy aligns with mine. She just doesn't know how to carry it out at all. BLM isn't reflective of black people. So those people who lump in black people with Black Lives Matter are committing an equal sin and an equally intellectually dishonest argument when they're like, well, blacks need to calm down, or blacks need to do this, or blacks need to stop protesting in the streets. Black Lives Matter doesn't Pew just did a thing, strongly supports only 41%. I mean, a majority of the black population does not strongly support, or they're not in the streets, they're not giving money, they haven't signed up for an email list for BLM. So, put that out of your head. Stop saying all blacks, stop saying majority blacks. It's not. It's some radical trust fund kids or radical middle-class black kids who couldn't get a job in their social justice movement, so they created their own. It's really telling of the left's hypocrisy.
Oftentimes, people will look at those videos and look at the Westboro Baptist Church and God hates fags and all this kind of stuff and say, well, this is how Christians act. This is the Baptist faith. This is these people who are so conservative and so on the right. This is how they behave and how they support homosexuals, how they actually hate them and want to kill them and they want them to die in the hospital. With Black Lives Matter, I do see. Everybody says, well, Black Lives Matter, they're violent. They all blacks are like this. They're just going to try to open season on whites and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, there are literally millions of African Americans in the United States. 4 YouTube videos that went viral does not speak for the whole population of African Americans.
Right. Yeah.
But God forbid that logic, comes into the narrative whenever you see little, sound bites on, freaking Facebook. We're challenging the status quo. Oftentimes we get tired of the same old thing coming out of the mainstream media, the same old thing coming from millennials. I'm only in my 20s, and I talk to people on a regular basis that, their opinions are drawn from a second or 40-second clip off of BuzzFeed or the Now This videos and things like that they've seen on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and they draw these mass opinions about these very important items, these very important subjects, and I get tired of seeing that happen time and time again because they don't look into it. They don't see the core value of what's going on.
I don't want to call it a movement, but let it be one, of dissent is going to be something that requires many leaders. I'm not going to be the face of this. I'm not going to be the Maoist, leader of it. It is going to require a lot of us. It's going to require more than just conservatives, which I happen to be one. And I'm not going to shed all my labels. I am who I am, and I'll come as I am. And I will reach out a hand in tolerance and respect. And I want to work with socialists, anarchists, liberals, progressives. I want to work on anybody who recognizes that we are fundamentally in jeopardy of losing our country, that the elites have rigged the game against us, that cronyism is more tolerated than conservatism or liberalism. And if we can get together and agree on a couple of issues, let's become energy independent. Let's make sure that that poor people have access to quality education. Once we can agree on a couple of set of things, I think that we'll move forward beyond the parties. I think that we're not trying to create a new party. We're not trying to create a new ideology or political movement. What we're trying to do is influence all things. We're trying to break the media, break Wall Street. And anybody who is willing to cooperate with us, will bend them until they cooperate. But if we keep bending and they refuse to cooperate, we will break them. And that's our job as the people, because whether you believe in God or not, the Constitution grants us the rights. We are supreme. And it is our government's job and our media's job to serve us. And we're going to make that happen. I promise you that. Or we're going to die trying.